Hello, hello, hello. It's coffee time. I had to move the microphone was in the way there. It sometimes looms into view. Look at that. It's like someone's head. What are you moving for? Sorry, dog's on the move. Anyway, it's coffee time, where I read the news. You don't have to bother reading the news. I do it for you. It's a favour. There was a theme last year. Do you remember last year was a bit of a theme where we'd worked out that most Metropolitan Police officers were perverts? Well, we've begun 2023 with one of the biggest stories. I mean, again, the crimes of David Carrick has only just come to life today. There was I guess there was a press ban covering the case, and now it's been seen. He's admitted, he's pled guilty to 49 crimes. Well, I don't. Again, can I even say it on here because of the nature of YouTube? Will I be slapped? But this guy, again, his nickname was Bastard Dave. He bragged about that, and he was an armed officer who defended Parliament. Here he is, and throughout his career, committed. Wait for it. 49 sex crimes. These were including 24 rapes against 12 women. Yeah, this 48-year-old, whose, like I said, his nickname was Bastard Dave, he pled guilty. These crimes spanned 17 years, between 2003 and 2020. And he had a pattern of offences where he'd, use his police badge to befriend women and, lull them into a false sense of security, saying, you can trust me, I'm a cop. And then, basically abused them. Kept them in his slaves, locked them in a cupboard under his stairs for hours on end, and basically physically abused them. And here's his mugshot here. And yeah, he pled guilty today. Thankfully, that saves these women, these 12 women who were his victims, having to go to trial. But yeah, these are the charges he admitted to. I'll bring it up on the 24 rapes, 9 counts of sexual assault, 5 counts of assault by penetration, 3 counts of coercive and controlling behaviour, 3 counts of false imprisonment, 2 counts of attempted rape, 1 count of attempted sexual assault by penetration, 1 count of causing a person to engage in sexual activity without consent, and 1 count of indecent assault. Now, remember when the leader of the Met Police, the new leader who took over from Cressida Dick, said that he knew that there were people in there he couldn't get rid of, and that there are people there he wouldn't even trust with the public in his force. This is one of them. This is probably what he was referring to, and the fact that he was an armed police officer. But really, it's not really that shocking. I mean, I remember that there was one. Do you remember one who used to? There was one guy. It wasn't along along these lines, but he went down for a massive fraud, and he was an armed cop who used to look after the royal family. Funny thing is I went to school with him, and as a kid I knew he was a little bit iffy. He was one of those, he was one of those incredible bullshitting guys, a bit like Jay from the In-Betweeners, And if you'd have told me that he was going to grow up to be guarding the royal family, I'd have said, excuse me. But hey, he got found guilty of defrauding his friends, his colleagues for millions and millions of pounds. So, yeah, bonkers. Meanwhile, we'll go to Italy. What we doing? Got a little bit of footage here, and I'll tell you what it is. This is Italy's most wanted man, their most wanted mobster, finally brought to justice. This is turning a bit of a crime special. This is Matteo Messina Denaro, and he's been on the run for 30 years. Yeah, yeah. And he was in a, he was at a hospital for a cancer check, and the police stormed the hospital. He ran off. He fled, but they managed to catch up with him. But the 60-year-old was already sentenced to life term in absentia for his role in the 1992 murders of anti-mafia prosecutors Giovanni Falcone and Paolo Borsellino. So yeah, he's been considered Sicily's Cosa Nostra top boss, even while on the run. He reminds me, he's giving off a bit of a Phil Spector vibe there. Was that just me? So there you go. It's turned into a bit of a crime special, isn't it? My goodness, this isn't good news, Darren. How can we? Well, we can't. There isn't any good news. Good news, everybody. Thousands of teachers could be set to strike. This is Scottish Union members have already begun a 16-day walkout. This is the National Education Union, or NOI. I like a bit of NOI. Not this NOI, though. NOI, a rock band. I don't think you're allowed to say krautrock anymore. Oh, that's a shame. Anyway, yeah, the country's largest teaching union will today announce if it has plans to strike. Leaders of the National Education Union are expected to reveal if teachers across the country will strike action after its ballot its 300,000 members. And here are some teachers demonstrating in Glasgow. It's never enough, is it? It's never enough. What about the children? After COVID and missing all the school, then a nation of thickos. Meanwhile, let's have some more court news. This is the story of Dr. Syed Mayan. Here he is. He's 36. And he was working at King's College London. Right? And he sued them. He sued them for £50,000. Yeah. Why? Why did he sue them? Well, he claims he suffered repetitive strain injury. Right? Okay. What did they get him to do? Well, they got him to repeatedly squeeze pipettes. Now, again, if you've ever done science, you know that there's a lot of that when you're administering. You know, doing experiments. You have the teat pipette. Who remembers the teat pipette? And you squeeze the teat and suck up the fluids and then drop. Well, anyway, yeah, the award-winning research fellow claims his former employer failed to ensure his place of work was safe for him, and he sued the institution for £50,000 in compensation after he was left depressed and unable to handle manual work. Now, I'd imagine that it's par for the course. He claims he was left with crippling pain in both his hands and severe anxiety after hours of intensive laboratory work. Yeah. King's College has admitted a breach of duty, but says Dr. Mian failed to alert them in time that he was suffering at work. Yeah, so it's here's a picture of King's College London, just in case you want to know what it looks like. It looks kind of nice. The blossoms on the trees. The case is now set for trial at Central London County Court at a later date, so we have to wait. I have to find out. It's an ongoing case, that one, but shocking. More court news. This is the story of Hassan Mehmet. He looks like a delightful chap. Shame he only had half a haircut though. What's wrong with that? Did he run out of money? What happened? Yes. So what did Mr. Mehmet do? What's he been up to? Why is he in court? Well, he used his Amazon Alexa device to stalk his ex-girlfriend. Yeah. He waged a campaign of harassment against Shelby Laidlaw, and he used this device to, spy on her. And he warned her. He said he was going to pull out her teeth, and he was going to stab her boyfriend and throw acid in her face. And he deliberately crashed her Jaguar in a motorway suicide attempt as well. There we go. And this stalking happened whilst he was on police bail. Yeah. But yeah, Mehmet, he pleaded guilty to a string of offences, including stalking and dangerous driving. But he was spared jail at the Old Bailey because obviously he deserves a second chance. Yeah, the couple had actually been in a relationship for 13 years. Wow. And they admitted it was an abusive relationship, and but don't worry, right? He was sentenced to a suspended 2-year prison sentence, of course. And he's got a stalking order and a restraining order will both be in place for 10 years to keep him away from his ex-partner. And he'll be subject to trial monitoring for 9 months and have to undertake 30 days of rehabilitation. He's also banned from the road for 12 months and must retake his driving test before he can drive again. I'm sure that'll teach him. That taught him good, didn't it? Hey. Meanwhile, brr. Oh, it's cold out there, isn't it? Brr. Apparently temperatures dropped, and they continue to plunge. They could be plunging to -5. They reckon that lows of -11 could happen as the cold snap will continue until Friday. The Met Office has warned of travel chaos. Don't go anywhere, folks. Stay at home. I keep telling you. Why won't anyone listen? But we have some delightful pictures of people in the snow. This is up at Alnwick in Northumberland. That's one way of getting to school. What else have we got? This is Northumbria. Brr. I'm not looking forward to it again. Oh, this is down in Kent. Troiscliffe. The village of Troiscliffe in Kent. Brr. And we've got yellow snow warning. Remember, kids, don't eat the yellow snow. Thankfully, by the look of that map, it might miss us. But yeah, put extra woolly on. Good job that the gas and electricity prices are so low at the moment, isn't it? Isn't it? No? Okay. Oh, this is in Hexham in Northumberland. That looks quite picturesque, isn't it? But brr. Shall do the usual thing. If you've seen snow in your neck of the woods, please leave a comment in the box below. That's quite good, isn't it? It's very good. What else have we got? Oh, Harry stories. Meanwhile, apparently Harry and Meghan were not invited to a star-studded BAFTA tea party in Los Angeles because it was decided it would be a PR disaster. Sources claim. I wonder who leaked it. Was it Camilla again? Now remember that Harry's got a beef with Camilla, isn't he? Right? But Harry also lost his virginity to an older woman in a field. Camilla. That's why there's the beef. There you go. She took his virginity, and he's been sore ever since. That's why he has to rub that cream on it. Meanwhile, let's go to Northampton to a mural of. Well, it's a delightful mural of the Queen, late Queen, and Charlie. We've got it here. Here we go. I think you'll like it. There it is. No expense spared, apparently. Well, no, there was an expense spared. It was £1,720. I think they need to get their money back, because Charlie ended up looking like this. Does he look like that? I don't really. I think that's Charlie when he's had a few whiskies, isn't he? At Balmoral. You know, he's standing in front of the log fire, getting some heat up his sporran. That's no Charlie I know. Maybe a bit spitting image Charlie, possibly. But yeah. So yes, people are complaining about it, saying it doesn't really look like him, and locals have condemned it, saying it's a waste of taxpayers' money. One local said, "I've seen people having selfies with it whilst laughing their heads off." Oh, come on. Think of the poor artists. To them, it's their big breakthrough, isn't it? People are so... Apparently it's Blue Monday today. And I'm here to make you even more miserable. Oh, yeah. Let's have a look at a tiny school dinner. This is Leanne Pengali, who's 43. And this is from Millbrook Primary School in Newport. And she was a little bit upset at her son's... Is it a son's meal? Yeah. Here it is. She says it's tiny and leaves him hungry. He's 10 years old, by the way. Well, again, it all depends. That could be really big, couldn't it? Or it could be really small. We need something. We need an object that we all know the size of next to it to get an idea of perspective. And here's a picture of the school. Is this news? I don't know. Is this news? The mother said, "My son wasn't well, so I went to pick him up from school and they gave him his lunch to eat, and I was shocked at how little there was. So she got out her phone and took a picture of it and shared it. He has always said that the meals are small and that he's starving when he gets in from school." And then she goes on to say, "My son gets free school meals, but it costs me extra money to go out and buy stuff for packed lunches because he's so hungry." So there's a packed lunch and the school meals? My goodness. She reckons it wouldn't fill up a 5-year-old. Some people, no gratitude. This is free. What do you expect for free? Yeah, this is terrible news. This is the plane crash in Nepal. The Yeti. Would you fly Yeti Airlines? The ATR 72 plummeted into a gorge, and it's Nepal's worst aviation disaster since 1992. All 72 on board are dead. There is a clip of it kind of veering out of control. Here it is there. And what you're seeing there, see that bit there? People on board actually live streamed the crash. I kid you not. They actually went on Facebook Live and streamed the plane going down. I've got a feeling that's got to be the first time that's ever happened in an air disaster, that people have actually live streamed their own demise. Shocking. That's a shocking thing. Good news, everybody. Rupert Murdoch's got a new girlfriend. Yeah, he's been pictured with Anne Leslie Smith. She's the widow of US country music star Chester Smith. Here they are together. Mind you, there's a bit of an age gap. Yeah, he's being a bit of a cradle snatcher, because he's 91 and she's 66. God, that's a bit of a gap, that one, isn't it? Bit of a gap. I don't know what she sees in him. all his money. More court news. This is again, it's another cyber stalking thing. This is the story of Robert Leary, and he likes playing. Oh, he's playing a jazz master there. Look at that. He's a bit of a muso, and he was a naughty boy. He was. His victim, who was an NHS midwife, who was actually also his best friend's girlfriend. He got into a Snapchat account and stole her intimate photos, and then started to bombard her with them. You know, I guess you'd call it, again, what do you call that? Cyber harassment. Yeah, the 27-year-old used a dark web to get her login details and password, and over a period of 2 months, he tried to pressure the woman to send further pictures, and then tried to blackmail her, asking her for more money, and then sent pictures of himself, and I don't mean his face. No, yeah, he took pictures of little Robert and sent them to her. Yeah, he pled guilty to charges of computer hacking, harassment, sending offensive messages and images. Don't worry, he was sentenced to 12 weeks jail, suspended for 12 months, and was ordered to pay the victim £200 compensation. He was also ordered to complete 40 hours unpaid work, 25 days of rehabilitative activity, and a 6-month mental health treatment programme. They also imposed a 3-year restraining order, preventing him from contacting both the female victim and her partner. Yeah, he was training to be a teacher. That's nice. Shocking business. Now we're going to. This is Northam in North Devon, and people reckon on this footage that they're seeing a ghost sitting on a park bench. Look, and I'm going to debunk it. Look, you see, look at that vapour there on that park bench. Do you see it? Do you see the vapour? Is it a ghost? Is it a ghost? I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm going to debunk this live. I'm debunking. Watch me debunk. Right? 2 friends film what they claim is a ghost of a soldier sitting on a bench next to a war memorial. Josh Newton and George Moore, both 21, were driving through Northam on the evening of December the 28th when they capture what they see as a completely see-through man. Now, what that is, again, I'm going to pull it up again just to explain. What that is steam, because someone or something has had a piss on that bench, and that's the vapours rising from it. Yeah, could have been an animal, could have been a person. I've seen that you see it on the dog walk sometimes. If a fox or a cat has had a whittle, rising plumes of vapour. Of course, it's got to be a cold night. It doesn't happen on a summer's night, but there you go. Piss clouds. No, it's all right. It's okay. Don't thank me. I really am that good. Meanwhile, let's go to Darren Swanky. Darren Swanky. Why do I find that name funny? I do not know. But Mr. Swanky, he's always good for a hanky. He's quite fond of hanky panky. Yeah. But if you upset him, he'll shanky. I don't write any of this. I make it up as I go along. Here he is. This is Mr. Mr. Swanky. And why does he look so upset? Well, he was opening his Christmas presents, and he got a present from his mum, right? And he was looking forward to it, and he thought he was getting a bottle of what's it called? Paco Rabanne Lucky. Here he is. That's the box. This is the actual box he's holding, right? But what was in it? Was it the? No. What was in it was a bag of Class A drugs. And that's why he's looking so upset, because he wanted the aftershave, but he got some Charlie instead. The 31-year-old was shocked, especially as it's from his mum. But yeah, his mother had bought it from a Saver store, yeah, for £48.99. Both she and her son were baffled as how the drugs got into the box. He said, I was gobsmacked. It looked legit when I opened it. I thought, well, there's something wrong here. And yeah, he alerted the store and has informed Durham police, who are now investigating. He truly did have a white Christmas. Come on. I'm doing my best here. Meanwhile, let's talk about social media influencers. This is Seda Kursoy. Here she is. She's got 617,000 followers. I can't think why. I really can't think why. This is where I'm going wrong. Can't think why. And she revealed the bizarre story on Instagram. She was in hospital, and she was explaining what had happened. Yes, she was a surgeon was stitching together her tongue because during a passionate first kiss on a particularly hot date, her date bit part of her tongue off during their first kiss, and the surgeon had to stitch it back up again. And here she is with her gob open, illustrating the injury. So there you go. No tongue. Definitely no tongue. Too much tongue, maybe. Yeah, too much tongue. From one hot date to another. This is at the Chiltern Firehouse in West London, and passers-by were treated to a 45-minute exhibition of expert How's Your Father. There you go. I don't know why they're fuzzing it out, because it's frosted windows anyway. But yeah, onlookers were quite quite shocked. It's all happening there, isn't it? Did they find out who they were though? Yeah, a source said the couple were really going for it. Well, you could do. They'd left the lights on, and so it was illuminated for all to see. Right, there you go. That's what you call a hot date. Apparently, the pair engaged in all manner of sex acts against the frosted windows. I hope they wipe that window down afterwards. Don't you? Yeah. But yeah, apparently the Chiltern Firehouse is a celebrity haunt, apparently. So who knows, it might have been somebody. It might have been somebody famous. No, might be, might not be. Let's go to America. This is a crazy thing. This is absolutely bonkers. I'm just going to show you it. There you go. Yeah, that is what it looks like. That is exactly what it looks like. Now this footage has come out after a boy shot his teacher at school, 6-year-old. But yeah, this is a very, very young child wearing a diaper, swinging around a Smith & Wesson 9mm pistol, and he points at himself at one point and pulls the trigger. Yeah. He only survives it because there were no bullets in the gun. But don't worry, the father was arrested, and Here we go. Here he is being led away. That could have gone so badly. But that's America. And see, there's the kid with the gun aimed at himself. So shocking. Shocking. Meanwhile, more court news. This is Michael Barajas. He's been accused of being a sex trafficker and charged with more than 20 felonies. Right? He reckons that he held, kidnapped a woman and held her hostage inside his Flint, Michigan home. Right? I don't know. I think they might be unfair. I think they've targeted him. But this is the Genesee County Sheriff's Office have released the mugshot, and I reckon he might be. He was building a human trafficking gang called the Mossad Squad. And they say he prowled around looking for victims in his Hummer. And I don't know. I think he's just misunderstood. What do you reckon? It's a shame he wasn't from Florida, because we'd have scored more points there. But I just think he's misunderstood. What you mean? What? He filed his teeth down into points? No. He wouldn't be a monster. He's just misunderstood, old Michael. Mickey to his friends. Oh, wait a minute. I found some rope. Oh, that ain't good. Lock him up. He did it. My goodness. My goodness. Meanwhile, shall we finish on some animal news? We're going to Malaysia. And this one woman, she was at a food restaurant, and she thought, that fried chicken looks tasty. And then she had a second look, and then she thought, maybe not. Maybe I won't have the fried chicken. No, I won't. Chicken's off. There you go. It was a bit Rat-A-Chewy. Oh God, these jokes are getting worse. Anyway, I think I've done enough damage. Shall we see if there's anyone in the chat room? There are 13 people in. Oh my goodness. That's almost a party. Rillaman's in this afternoon. Thomas is in. And Thomas gives me money. I like Thomas. He's my favourite. Look, evidence of him giving me money. There, £2. At this rate, Rodney, we'll be millionaires next year. Millionaires. Thomas says, is it me, or is everything getting more depressed in general? Well, no, because I cracked a joke. Half a haircut. Did he run out of money? Which you just quote there, see? So, Davey says, Justin Roiland's been a naughty boy too. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but, you know, he did Rick and Morty. That's not... that's ongoing, isn't it? It's not a tried case yet. So he's innocent until proven guilty. So I won't be reporting on that till, you know. Thomas says, piss on the bench. Now I really am laughing. See, told you. 40 Towers on Monty Python. Will I be getting BBC Genesis vinyl? Asked Brendan. No, I'm getting the box set, the CD instead, because there's more in it for cheaper. But if I can find the vinyl cheap, or if suddenly I win the lottery, it's possible. It all depends, because I know it will be massive views for this channel. You see, but I don't know. Again, I've got the box on pre-order. Amazon have got it cheapest at the moment, so I've gone there. Zeb says, have a nice day. Doing my best. Doing the best, considering I only had 2 hours sleep. Don't ask. Chris is in, and he's retracted his message. G-Man says, greeting from the snowy highlands of Scotland. Stay indoors, G. Stay indoors. Don't go out. Joseph says, my dad used to put a 9mm in my crib all the time. Mere pop gun. Yeah, obviously didn't do you any harm. Chris says, £2, that's the bus fare home indeed, and that's where I'll be going. And the dog's on the move, so that's time for me to quit. Thank you for watching. That was today's coffee time. Hopefully it raised a snigger. If it didn't, there's not a lot I can do about it. Thank you for watching. Killing the channel, one video at a time. You better drink it up.